My beloved brothers and sisters, always remember that Allah has a beautiful plan for you, so do not worry. Sometimes life puts us in situations we never expected. Sometimes our hearts feel heavy, and sometimes our dreams seem delayed. But what we forget in those moments is that Allah is the best of planners. What you see as a delay, what you see as a hardship, what you see as a struggle, could be part of the most beautiful plan designed especially for you by the one who created you. Allah knows you better than you know yourself, and His knowledge is beyond what our limited minds can ever comprehend. When we ask for something, we want it immediately, but Allah's wisdom teaches us patience. There are moments when you pray and you think the answer is not coming. Yet Allah's timing is never wrong. He knows when to give, He knows when to withhold, and He knows what to replace. Perhaps you wanted something today, but He knows that if you received it now, it would harm you, so He keeps it away. Perhaps you wanted success in a particular direction, but Allah knows that success will destroy your faith, so He redirects you to something greater. That is why a believer learns to trust in the timing of Allah. At times, life brings tests and trials that shake us. You may lose something valuable, you may face difficulties at home, or you may carry a burden that feels too heavy. In those moments, you must remember that these tests are not signs of Allah's anger. They are signs of His love. Through tests, He purifies you, He raises your rank, and He gives you an opportunity to draw nearer to Him. The prophets, the most beloved of Allah's creation, faced the greatest tests, and yet their patience and trust brought them honor in this world and the next. So, if you are tested, remind yourself that it is part of the plan and that every hardship will one day bring you closer to ease. One of the biggest mistakes we make is comparing our journey with others. You see someone who has wealth, health, or opportunities that you do not have, and you feel as though Allah has forgotten you. But the reality is, every soul has its own story. Your path is not meant to look like theirs, and their blessings may be their test, while your struggles may be your blessing. The moment you stop comparing, you begin to taste contentment, and you begin to see how Allah has blessed you in ways you never noticed before. In this journey, never underestimate the power of dua. Speak to Allah from your heart. Share your hopes, your worries, your pain, and your dreams with Him. He listens, He cares, and He responds. But along with dua, you need patience, for even the prophets waited years for their prayers to be answered. Do not lose hope when you do not see instant results. Remember that every dua you make is recorded, and Allah will answer in the way that is best for you, even if you cannot understand it right now. Know that your struggles have a purpose. Nothing you go through is wasted. Every challenge, every setback, every tear is part of shaping you into a stronger believer. One day, you will look back and realize that the difficulties you faced prepared you for something greater. They made you more compassionate, more resilient, and more aware of the blessings you have. Perhaps your story of endurance will inspire someone else who is going through hardship. This is how Allah transforms pain into purpose. And finally, remember that Allah never wastes your effort. Every good deed you do, every step you take toward Him, every sacrifice you make in His name is counted. Even if no one else appreciates it, Allah appreciates it. Even if no one else sees it, Allah sees it. The Quran reminds us that Allah does not allow the reward of those who do good to be lost. So keep going, keep striving, and keep trusting, because the one who created you has a plan more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. My beloved brothers and sisters, there are times in life when your heart feels heavy, when your eyes fill with tears, and when your mind becomes clouded with worry about tomorrow. In those moments, remember that Allah has a beautiful plan for you. Nothing that happens to you is outside His knowledge. Nothing that comes your way is without His wisdom, and nothing you endure is without purpose. Sometimes you look at your life and wonder why things are not working out, why your prayers seem unanswered, why your path looks blocked. But what you must know deep down is that Allah's plan is more perfect than anything you could design for yourself. When you ask Allah for something, you want it immediately, yet Allah knows when the timing is right. What you think is a delay might actually be protection. What you see as a closed door may actually be Allah preparing an open door far better than the one you wanted. The human mind is limited, it only sees what is right now, but Allah the Almighty sees yesterday, today, tomorrow, and all that lies beyond. That is why a believer learns to trust that whatever is happening is unfolding in the best way, even if the heart struggles to accept it at the moment. Life will test you. There will be challenges that make you question your strength, losses that break your heart, and trials that push you to your knees. Do not think these are signs of abandonment. They are reminders of your connection to Allah. Trials are not punishments, they are opportunities. They are doors through which you can return to your Creator with a softer heart and deeper faith. Every hardship is a means of purification, a way to wipe away sins, and a step toward becoming the person Allah wants you to be. Even the prophets endured difficulties, and they are the best of creation. If they were tested, then surely our own tests are part of Allah's plan to raise us and bring us closer to Him. Often we look at others and wonder why their lives seem easier, why they have things we do not. We scroll through images of people who appear to be living the life we dream of, and slowly our hearts become filled with discontent. But Allah reminds us that He distributes His blessings with wisdom. The wealth you crave may ruin your faith. The position you desire may make you arrogant. The relationship you wish for may pull you away from your Creator. Your journey is your own, written with divine knowledge and mercy. When you stop comparing, you begin to see how much you already have, and you begin to thank Allah for gifts you once overlooked. In this journey, dua is your greatest weapon. Speak to Allah with sincerity, ask Him for your needs, cry to Him about your pain, share your secrets with Him. He is closer to you than your jugular vein, but along with dua comes patience. You may pray for years without seeing the outcome you imagined, but Allah never ignores you. Every dua is heard, every prayer is recorded, and every tear is noticed. The response may not be what you want, but it will always be what you need. Every struggle carries wisdom. Every pain shapes you. Every difficulty is molding you into someone stronger and more compassionate. One day, you will look back and realize that the problems you thought would break you were the very moments that built you. Allah turns pain into purpose and struggle into strength. You might not see it now, but you will one day when the picture is complete. And know that not a single effort of yours is lost. Every time you smile at someone, every time you help another, every time you resist a sin for the sake of Allah, He counts it. Even if people forget your good deeds, even if they do not thank you, Allah never lets your reward be wasted. He has promised in His book that the deeds of those who do good will never be in vain. That promise alone should give you peace. So my brothers and sisters, stop worrying. Live each day with trust. The plan of Allah is more beautiful than anything you could imagine, and the one who created you knows exactly what is best for you. My brothers and sisters, there are moments in life when everything seems uncertain, when the heart trembles with fear of what lies ahead, when the mind becomes heavy with questions that have no answers. In those moments, you must remind yourself that Allah has a beautiful plan for you. Even if today feels dark, even if tomorrow looks unclear, even if the path ahead seems blocked, Allah's wisdom is at work in ways you cannot yet understand. Sometimes we wish for something with all our hearts, and when it does not happen, we feel broken. Yet often, it is Allah saving us from harm that we cannot see. The delay, the closed door, the redirection, each one of them carries mercy. When you pray for something, you imagine it should arrive immediately, But Allah is never in a rush, nor is He ever late. His timing is perfect. What you see as a delay is often preparation. What you see as silence is often Allah arranging something far better than you could ever plan for yourself. Imagine if every dua was answered exactly as you asked. Many of the things you once begged for, you later realized would have harmed you. That is why Allah says He knows while you do not know. Your limited vision cannot see the future, but the one who created you sees every moment of your life, from the first breath until the last, and beyond into eternity. Life is a test, and every believer will be tested. Sometimes it is through loss, sometimes through pain, sometimes through people who disappoint you, and sometimes through struggles within yourself. Do not think these trials mean Allah is displeased with you. In fact, they may be the very reason He loves you. Tests cleanse you, they polish your soul, they remind you of your dependence on your Creator. Even the prophets were tested more than anyone else, and through those struggles they rose in rank and became examples for us all. So when you face hardship, do not say, "Why me?" Instead, say, "O Allah, guide me through this, strengthen me through this, and make this trial a means of drawing nearer to you." One of the traps of our time is comparison. You look at the life of another person and begin to feel as though Allah has given them everything and given you nothing. But appearances are deceiving. You do not know what pain they hide, you do not know what struggles they endure, and you do not know how they will be tested tomorrow. Your story is your own, and your blessings are unique to you. When you stop comparing, you begin to notice how much Allah has already written in your favor. The air you breathe, the health you have, the family around you, the faith in your heart. All of these are priceless gifts. In your journey, never forget the power of dua. Speak to Allah with sincerity, even if your voice trembles, even if your heart is broken. He hears you in the quiet of the night. He knows what weighs on your soul, and He is closer to you than anyone else. But dua requires patience. The prophets themselves prayed for years before seeing results. That does not mean their duas were ignored. It means Allah was preparing the right moment. Every dua is answered in the best way, sometimes with what you asked for, sometimes with something better, and sometimes by protecting you from harm. Every pain you carry is not wasted. Every tear you shed is seen by Allah. Every effort you make for His sake is recorded. Perhaps your current struggle is shaping you into the person you need to become. Perhaps your patience today will be the reason for your joy tomorrow. Allah never wastes anything. Even the smallest good deed, even the quietest act of kindness, is preserved with Him. When no one else notices, He notices. When no one else appreciates, He appreciates. He has promised never to let the reward of the good doers be lost. So do not despair. Do not think your life is without meaning. Do not imagine your struggles are in vain. The plan of Allah is unfolding for you in ways you cannot yet see. One day you will look back and understand that every delay, every hardship, every redirection was leading you towards something better, something purer, something eternal. Trust in Him, keep your faith alive, and walk forward knowing that the one who created you has a plan more beautiful than anything you could have written for yourself. My brothers and sisters, every one of us goes through moments when life feels overwhelming, when nothing seems to make sense, when the heart aches and the mind becomes restless. In such times it is easy to feel as though everything is falling apart, but in reality everything is falling into place by the will of Allah. He is the master planner, the one who knows what lies ahead of you, the one who understands your pain, the one who has written a destiny for you far more beautiful than what you imagine. You may not see it now, you may not understand it today, but one day you will look back and realize that every step, every delay, every hardship was guiding you to something greater. Sometimes you pray for something and expect it to happen right away, but Allah does not always give immediately. He gives when the time is right. If you were to receive certain blessings before you were ready, they could harm you instead of benefiting you. What feels like a delay is often protection. What feels like silence is often Allah preparing a better outcome. You must learn to trust His timing, for His wisdom is greater than yours. He knows what you do not know, and He sees what you cannot see. Tests are part of life, and no one is spared from them. You may lose wealth, you may struggle with health, you may feel betrayed by people you trusted, and you may face challenges that make you want to give up. But remember, tests are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth, for purification, and for drawing nearer to Allah. Every prophet faced trials, and they bore them with patience and hope. If they, the most beloved to Allah, were tested, then surely our own tests are part of His love for us. When life becomes difficult, instead of saying, "Why me?" remind yourself that perhaps this very test is the key to your forgiveness, the path to your elevation, and the doorway to your eternal success. One of the greatest obstacles to inner peace is comparison. You see someone else's life and assume it is perfect. You see their wealth, their family, their success, and you wonder why you have not been given the same. But Allah has written a different journey for each soul. What you envy in others may be their biggest test. What you lack today may be what protects your faith tomorrow. Your blessings are unique to you, and your struggles are designed especially for you. Stop comparing and begin appreciating. Gratitude opens the heart, while comparison only steals contentment. In every stage of life, hold firmly to dua. Talk to Allah with honesty and humility. Pour out your worries, share your dreams, and ask Him for strength. He listens when no one else does. He understands when no one else can. But with dua, patience is essential. Sometimes the answer comes quickly, and sometimes it takes years. Yet every dua is heard, every word is recorded, and every tear is seen. The response may not always be what you wanted, but it will always be what is best for you. Never think your struggles are pointless. Every hardship builds resilience, every trial strengthens faith, and every difficulty shapes your character. Your pain may one day become someone else's hope when they see how you endured. Allah wastes nothing. Even the smallest effort you make for His sake is written. Even the quietest good deed, unseen by people, is preserved with Him. When the world forgets, Allah remembers. When the people overlook, Allah values. So do not let despair take hold of you. Do not believe that your life is without meaning. Every delay, every obstacle, every disappointment is part of a greater plan. The One who created you has a plan that is unfolding perfectly, even if your eyes cannot yet recognize it. One day, you will understand and thank Him for every unanswered prayer, every hardship, and every turn of fate. Until then, trust Him, stay close to Him, and live with the certainty that Allah's plan for you is always more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine.